Okay, well, yeah, I still think I'm too lazy to do all of these, so I would rather just cheat the old-fashioned way, get caught.
This wasn't a recipe for you to cheat. We're your hosts, Tara, Nora, and Allie, and you're listening to Bad Advice Only.
We're just three New York City rats talking about scurrying around the Big Apple. Here, we make the New York City mistakes so you don't have to.
We're begging you. Leave us a review and follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Bad Advice Only NYC. We release new episodes every Monday, so stay tuned, rats.
Welcome back, Rat Pack.
Welcome back.
Hello.
Guess who has an outline today?
Uh-oh.
It always makes me nervous.
Look, she got one outline in one time, and it happened to do really well in downloads, and now she feels like she can't be stopped.
That was one of our best downloaded episodes.
I don't think
Do you think it's the outline or the title?
It could have been the title. And for the listener, it was NYC Dating Efficiently, 3 dates, 1 night.
Yep.
Mine.
Okay.
Okay. Well, last week we were talking about what the rat girls here would do if we found out our boyfriend was cheating on us. So many of you wrote in and asked,
Oh, yeah.
well, how do you catch him cheating in the first place?
Oh. Well, there's plenty of ways.
And we've got some tips, rats.
And not your generic open up his iPad and read.
Look, the generic works. Okay?
The generic works. We will get into
trusted.
that. We will get into that today.
Tried and true.
We've got some tried and true methods, which it is the real on how you do it. But I also have a few tips that you ladies.
She's smiling. This is going to be psychotic.
I don't think you've heard of. I was shocked.
She was like, squeeze them by the nuts and just hope they say the truth.
Torture. Waterboard them.
Rip their fingernails off. With
Oh my gosh, that's so weird. I was just wondering which torture method y'all would choose. That's for another episode.
Before we get into it, I noticed we don't have any rat recaps top of mind, but I do have to make mention that you're drinking a Dunkin' coffee.
I am. And you know what? It's a day old.
It's so trash. Nora's getting trashier the richer she gets. Before we get in, though, I just remembered I do feel as though I should clear the air. I got a few DMs after last week's episode asking what happened between me and Piece of Shit. So we're going to set the record straight, rats. Piece of Shit did not cheat.
Well,
we know of.
Once you hear a few of these tips, maybe you'll catch something.
Well, that's a good one. That's a good transition.
Thank you. What sucks, though, is Piece of Shit listens to every episode. He's our biggest fan, so...
We love you, Piece of Shit.
We love you, Piece of Shit. Don't listen to this one. All right.
Let me catch you.
My first tip, and this is... you would think an obvious one, but I think it's really, really important, and I think it's one of the hardest to do. My first tip is play dumb. If you suspect your man is cheating, do not get emotional. Do not let on. Do not be insecure. Do not be suspicious. Because that will make him double down and hide harder. Allie, I'm looking at you because this brings up a question. Did you act suspicious when Rave Daddy was cheating on you?
I didn't know he was cheating on me.
Were you suspicious that he was cheating on you?
Or why'd you snoop?
Yes, but only like 3 days prior to him actually, like me finding out or before the act was solidified over text message. And I did call him out on it, but I didn't go crazy. Like I was just like, you're going to think I'm nuts, but I just have this
you have a feeling.
Weird feeling. Like, are you cheating on me? Like, why else would a 39-year-old man have a Snapchat? That's what I said to him.
That is a really suspicious thing.
What was his response to why does a 39-year-old man have a Snapchat?
It was like, everybody has a Snapchat. Like,
but you two don't snap each other.
Correct.
So that's weird.
Before that, like, for the first 2 years of our relationship, to be fair, he would pull up Snapchat and, like, we would look at it together. Like, I was very aware of what he was looking at, like, on Snapchat.
On Snap do people
what was he looking at?
It was, like, new. Like, I don't know. I don't own
Did you say
Snapchat. News. Like they have like news and
good.
like celebrity
He was
like
looking at the
Instagram
Explore.
like stories, you
But
know?
he wasn't opening his snaps in front of you.
He had no snaps that I knew of
Okay,
other
that's
than like
super
one of his
suspicious.
other guy friends.
Super suspicious.
Like that, whatever.
I hate this.
But I never thought anything of it because I just don't care.
All right.
Maybe I was playing dumb.
Back to playing dumb.
Maybe I am dumb.
Wasn't playing.
Really good actor.
But you have to play dumb and not get emotional about it because you need to collect evidence. You cannot just like go off the gut feeling, even though you're probably right. So my advice is don't say anything. Wait till you have the hard evidence and make plans loudly and far in advance consistently. Like be reliable that he knows there's times where you're not around. That is key.
See, I did that because then I was like going home that weekend to my parents and I was like, have the best time this weekend. I don't want to fight about anything. Like I'm going to be gone. Like enjoy your time. We don't have to really talk.
Away or have a routine.
Let the mouse play.
Have a routine where you're like, I'm going to be in this 2-hour yoga class every Sunday. Like create these spaces where he would cheat because that's where we're going to get him later.
What about location sharing? Do you have this later in your agenda?
I don't because here's the thing. I mean, a lot of people share location now. But in New York, it doesn't actually help that much because they could be anywhere.
So I disagree with that because that's how I found out.
Caught him.
That's true. All right, Al, do you want to say how you caught your cheater?
So whilst I was away this weekend that the deed happened.
So again, perfect timing. Cats or what is it? Mouse is away?
No.
Who's away?
While the cat's away, the mouse
playing.
will play.
Some pussy is playing somewhere.
Some puss got played.
It's hard to say who's really two pussies got played.
So did you check his location?
So I checked his location and I always checked his location because obviously I had trust issues because he would stay out until 11 in the morning. We've been over this.
Yeah. No, that's suspicious as well.
Suspicious. So he, I remember, was like not communicating with me like he normally does. Granted, his nickname's Rave Daddy. You can imagine he was not in a sober state of mind. But I would look at his location because I'd be like, is he gonna die? Like, I want to make sure he gets home.
You want to know where to find the body.
I want to know where to find the body. If I gotta hide some shit from your family, I gotta know if you're dead or not. That's
She's so loyal.
true. But yeah, I mean, he was at a hotel at like 3 a.m. And I was like, well, you don't live there.
No, he said he was at the IHOP.
No, that was
a different
3
time.
years prior.
I was in Texas.
Different situation.
So back to my point really quick though, on the playing dumb, if you hadn't like confronted him about that instance, you would have been able to collect more like concrete evidence. My next tip, and Allie did this tip expertly, get on that phone or iPad. Sounds obvious, but I have a few fun tricks and tips. Now, Allie, in your case, you used the iPad.
I did. I think that's more foolproof than the iPhone because it syncs. It takes longer to sync. So sometimes you can catch things before it is actually erased from an iPhone.
And I would say, so the iPad is great. Also the MacBook, if they happen to like leave it up as they're walking out the door, keep it on, keep it going. So if you don't have the password, because the text, if they're synced up, will come through there too.
Smart.
Now, if you can gain access to the phone, let me give you the first and foremost thing you can do. I got so excited because I checked and it works.
Oh, God.
All right. When you go to your text messages, so first things first, go straight to the text messages.
We're opening our text messages.
On the top left, if you click edit, you will see show recently deleted.
Shit.
And if you click that button, you can see every message deleted for the last 30 days.
Why do I have one deleted with you?
Mine are all just spam that are deleted in there.
No, I've got some with Allie and our girl Lucy. We're talking some mad shit.
If you're talking deleting shit.
Dude. One of these has 20 messages.
No, and you can restore all of those messages. So that's what I would do.
Yeah, it says recover all in the bottom
exactly.
right.
So that's your first step. And another tip, which we were going to get to this later, but I'll say it now. Take pictures of everything. Use your phone to record yourself doing this.
That's an expert tip. I did that and it saved me.
Exactly, because they will lie. They will try to gaslight you. They will say that it's not. They'll come up with excuses.
And you can delete individual messages, so like you can make it look like the conversation was one-sided or not.
Exactly. Take videos of everything. Okay, now I'm going to say what I used to do when I used to cheat. And I'd like to put it on record. I haven't cheated in over 6 years.
She's recovered.
I'm a recovered cheater. I would not do it again.
My name is Nora, and I'm a cheater. It's
I
been
fish,
6 years.
not food.
I am a recovered cheater. I really am.
Once a cheater, always a cheater. You're a recovering cheater.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I think a lot of people cheated in their youth.
Yeah, right. I encourage cheating in your youth.
So here's what I used to do. I'm like cracking up because I don't think I've ever told Allie this or you. All right. What I used to do is I had a fake Gmail account. Like I just had like a random Gmail account. Not my name,
this is
nothing
already
to
off
do
to a
with
bad
me.
start.
This is already so sketch.
Nothing to do with me at all. And what I would do is on my phone, I did not have the Gmail app downloaded. Whenever I had alone time, I would download the Gmail app, log into this Gmail, use the messaging feature on that Gmail. G-Chat.
My God.
To connect with my cheating partner and then delete the whole ass app.
You know what's funny is I remember you using G-Chat in like 2016.
I remember your G-Chat days. You were a G-chatter.
The amount of time to create an email and then consistently download and delete it. You can never come at me for downloading and deleting my dating apps ever again.
It's extremely sketchy, but it's pretty foolproof, except, y'all, I have a way to catch it.
Ooh.
And I didn't know this. I learned this last night in my research.
Well, your boyfriend back then wasn't very smart. He would have never caught you.
He wasn't trying to catch it.
he was open to it.
All right. So how you could catch this is if you get into your partner's phone, immediately go to screen time report. Even deleted apps will still show up in the screen time report and how much time they're spending on it. So look to see
anxiety.
If there's anything weird on there.
So wait, how do you go into settings? Where do you go?
It's settings.
Screen time report.
Okay.
And what you'll see is all the most used apps. And you're going to want to keep an eye out for something that like looks off. Okay. Like for example, some people will they'll save like an app and it will be hidden to look like the calculator app.
Oh, yeah.
So if you see that they've been on their calculator for 6 hours.
All right. So I know Nora used the calculator as an example, but I need you to listen to me, piece of shit. I use the calculator a lot. I'm really bad at math. It's constantly open on my phone. I'm not cheating.
What's your most used website?
Is it fuck.com?
Fuck.com.
It's Peacock. For my housewives.
Okay, so if you want to cheat,
how
good
is that
tip.
possible?
I listen to Peacock at night while I sleep.
If you're gonna cheat, I'm gonna give the cheaters a tip now. I would pick an app to disguise it as that's like one you would use a lot,
like Instagram.
How do you do that?
It's like kind of convoluted, but you can do it.
You can edit an app to look like another app.
To look like another app.
Shit, AI's getting wild, man.
It's not AI, it's not, but I love you. Now, this one's a bit more for the married folks. Other things to keep an eye out for on that screen time report, because I don't think married people really even know what apps are out there to watch out for.
They barely have phones.
We're about to ruin some marriages.
I'm here to ruin marriages. All right. We all know about Ashley Madison, right?
Yeah, I've heard of that bitch.
Okay. Ashley Madison, basically the cheating app. Fine. We all know to keep an eye out for that one. Here's the others. Seeking Arrangement, which, by the way, they don't even have a real app. It's like this convoluted website, but it can pose as an app, but it still says Seeking Arrangement on the screen time report. Tinder, obviously. Field, a lot of people, we use Field, obviously, but a lot of cheaters use Field, and I feel like a lot of people don't know about it.
You would think these cheating apps, I mean, I guess these aren't cheating apps.
They're not cheating apps.
The Ashley one. But like, you would think you'd come up with better names.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Other apps to look out for, and this one's especially tricky because some people claim they use these for work, and they don't.
What,
Signal.
LinkedIn?
Signal and Telegram.
Oh, no, those are cheating apps.
Those apps are for sure for cheating. If your partner has those, they are cheating. If they just needed to talk to their international friends, they would use WhatsApp.
Correct.
I also think WhatsApp, though, should go on that list.
Yeah, you should watch out for the WhatsApp too.
Because you can't get into WhatsApp on like certain devices. Like if you want to use your
That's
iPad
true.
or your Chrome or your MacBook tip,
It's encrypted so you can get drug deals done, guys. That's what I use WhatsApp for.
It
You
is
heard it here
encrypted,
first.
yeah. But
WhatsApp
yeah,
for internationals and drug deals.
any
I got
app,
hookups in every country.
any app where you can delete photos, delete conversations, like watch out for those. I'm not even gonna do Instagram because I don't have an Instagram, so I can't really like go
What
into
about
the deep.
vanish mode?
Vanish mode.
On
Vanish mode on
Instagram.
Instagram is where every married guy I've ever talked to
That's what I
hits
was
me
gonna ask.
Do they go to
what are
vanish
the
mode?
every time.
Because
Gross.
listener, if you're new here, Allie constantly gets hit on by married men. Tell us more about what the married men do to you.
They message me nonstop and they try to bait me all the time. To which I respond, "Don't bait me.
I'll do it.
I'll fucking
do it. I'll ruin
Call
the
your
marriage.
bluff." Yeah. So yeah, no, they'll hit me up, and some have asked me to block them because they have no self-control.
You know what I want you to do next time a married man slides in and goes vanishing mode on you? I want you to do a screen record.
Ooh, that's
I want
funny.
you to screen record this interaction and then send it to him.
That would be very
And don't say a
funny.
word.
Yeah, but you know
Don't
what?
Say
I've
a
done-
fucking word.
To them or
Yes.
to the wife?
No,
To
just
them,
him.
just threaten
No,
them.
because
Just so
I've
that
done
he
this
knows.
before. So I've had so this is the
have?
second half. Yeah,
You're
this is
crazy.
the second half. You know, I'm fucking psychotic. The second half of this is what do they do to me on there? Also, Instagram. You can video call people and call people through Instagram now.
So shady.
And I would say 2 of the 6 married men that have reached out to me between 2024 and 2025 have video called me at like weird hours of the night, or when I know from their stories they were like out at a party without
With
their
the
significant
boys.
other. And one of them, you guys know this, called me. He was in town for a boys' lunch. I'm using quotes, listener. And
What the fuck is a
Because
boys?
what the fuck is a
Boys don't hang
lunch?
out. They don't talk.
43, like,
Oh, Jesus.
called me 7 times from
Instagram.
From Instagram.
Can they hide that? Is that why?
I don't know.
Because it shows up in your call log, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So one of the reasons people probably try to go through Instagram instead of phone is because if they're married, their partner would have access to all the phone records most likely.
But it does go to your call
It
log.
shows on the call log.
It
I don't
shows
know
on
about
your
your
call
phone
log.
record if you like actually called your provider for records.
Well, Instagram.
But you can delete it too off your call log.
Can you?
Yeah, like if you go into your missed calls, like
That's
you can
true, you
delete,
could
any
delete
missed
that.
calls.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Mm-hmm.
Shady shit.
But I screenshotted that and sent it back, and I said, "What do you want me to do with this?"
Yeah.
Oh.
General tips: screenshot, screen record, get it all on record.
Yeah, don't screenshot from the guy's phone though.
No, like film it on your own phone.
Yeah. What was his reaction to your screenshot?
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, I said, "What did you want me to do with this?" And he said, "I don't know."
What the fuck?
Responded the next day.
No, I want you to get scarier and be like, I'm sending this to the
$5,000.
next person.
I should just block all of them. Like that's
No,
the
they should
responsible
have-
thing to
No,
do.
it's
They
not
should-
your responsibility. It's theirs.
They should block you.
Yeah, block me, men. I like followers though, so can if for every follower I lose, I'd like to double.
Oh my god. It's just gonna be more married men.
All right, are you all ready for another iPhone tip?
Yeah, give me more.
Yeah.
I should honestly start doing this just generally, but I don't.
Jesus.
I'm sure you all know you can have a hidden photos folder.
Yes.
Okay, well, here's the interesting part. You can turn on and off your hidden photos folder in your settings so that it doesn't even exist. It's not password protected, it's just not there. So if you get your partner's phone, go to the settings, turn it on so that you can see the hidden photos.
Why can't they just make a fucking phone that doesn't let you edit shit? Wouldn't that just like solve so
I
many
really,
things?
really
is-
like my
This is
customizable
crazy.
phone.
This is a lot, like a crazy amount.
Like
what
a
is
cheater
Apple
made
doing?
this product.
I know. What is Apple doing?
I would never think through
Steve
this
was
many layers.
cheating.
Was
Poor-
Steve cheating?
had to be.
Like,
Had to be.
do you
Was he
think they
married?
went into a product marketing meeting and they were like, let's think about our main client
they
base.
have
cheaters.
Cheating
let's
men.
think about every single app and how we can possibly hide this from their wives finding out.
Easier for them to cheat. No, yeah, there's probably a department at Apple.
Another tip for the cheaters is
Yikes.
don't have any notifications on your phone at all, which I personally don't.
Rave Daddy didn't. It would drive me nuts.
That is like the telltale sign of a cheater. If they have 0 notifications, nothing ever pings, beeps, buzzes. I actually do that.
Does that.
I do that just because I actually do prefer it. Like, I will get to your text when I get to your text, but I do think it's a big red flag.
Well, Hoof will do like do not disturb, which is also like
that's like too obvious. I think that do not disturb is a bad, like if you're trying to cheat, I don't think that's a good idea. You should get rid of notifications.
Love it.
But if you are a cheater, again, I'm giving more tips for the cheaters, but it helps both parties, okay? But you should make sure that you have no notifications for anything cheating related and notifications for anything clean, because then it's less suspicious.
Got it. So I want to rectify. Is that right?
Yeah. I don't know.
Would you like
Rave Daddy didn't actually have no notifications like you. That's actually pretty sketch, but I see where you're coming from. His was the like what I have now too, which is like banner notifications hidden.
Yeah.
So like if I get a text message or like an Instagram notification, you don't know who it's from.
I don't think that's the most red flag. It's a little flaggy, but another tip would be to go in and check what they have notifications turned on and off for, see how deliberate that is.
Yeah, there's probably a trend. You gotta analyze that data.
All right. This is the tip that blew my mind, and I wish I had done it when I was cheating.
I'm listening.
This is actually unbelievable. All right. What some people will do is they will have in their Google Drive all your normal documents and Google Sheets.
Mm-hmm.
They will have something titled, for example, 2025 budget. You click in. The first page is their 2025 budget,
Smart.
a legitimate document.
Mm-hmm.
Scroll down. It's a shared doc
Yeah.
with their lover. And that's where they're keeping their pictures.
Oh.
They're communicating on it. They are updating this shared doc as their form of communication. Almost impossible to find. My tip, Allie is shocked.
Flabbergasted.
My tip, go into their Google Drive and start searching dirty shit. Search pussy.
Control F.
Search cock. Search wet.
Search wet.
In the Google Drive header.
So many thoughts. One, I love this.
like
I'm
to do.
a big Google Doc girly.
Same. I love Google. Google Drive's great.
Google
Not a
Workspace.
sponsor.
Not a sponsor.
I
wish. If Workspace wants to sponsor Bad Advice Only, I would be open to discussions.
We'll expose cheaters. Okay.
We'll expose cheaters. Share that. And
Google doing the Lord's work. Apple.
And you'll be able to find the person, the other woman, so easily. You just go and see who it's shared with.
Exactly.
You got that bitch's
There
email.
you
Like
got
Spotify.
that email.
Whoa.
Oh.
Yeah, that's good shit.
That's
Wait,
crazy.
That just reminded me of another way to catch a cheater, which Allie actually caught a cheater through Spotify.
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Who was cheating?
Another married guy.
A married guy.
You remember this?
No, I don't remember this at all.
Okay.
Did you tell me?
We can tell the story because he's blocked
Yeah, I
from
blocked
this
him on
podcast.
Spotify.
He's blocked on Spotify. Imagine what you have to do to get that.
I forgot all about
Allie,
it.
please do tell.
God, I kind of forget now, but I'd been talking to this guy, and we mentioned this, I think, on another podcast episode, but the summary is, I was talking to this guy on Field. We ended up talking for like a week straight before we were supposed to meet up, and it was so great, like the best conversation. Not once ever told me he was married, and I don't think he had any
wonder how
intention.
Why would it come up?
Why would it come up when you're flirting with a woman that you're interested in?
But at some point, for some reason, I remember I like found his full Christian name. And there wasn't much information like on the internet except I found his Spotify account or something like that. No matter what, I found the Spotify account.
You found it.
Yeah.
And I was going through his playlists. Oh, I remember he commented on one of our episodes.
On the
Yeah,
podcast.
on
Yeah,
Spotify.
he commented on one
Which,
of our
by the way,
episodes.
what? He's married. Go
Crazy
on.
move.
I'm sorry. That's
and
so crazy.
he called me out and was like something about Allie being adorable.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Publicly on
Publicly.
our episode.
I click on his
He
account.
said Allie sounds hot.
Yeah. And then he had one shared playlist, and it said wedding album. And I was like, that's crazy.
How recent?
Like a year prior. And then I clicked on that album because it was shared to so similar point to the Google Doc. It was shared with a woman. And I click on that woman, and her profile picture is the two of them in a wedding dress.
Yeah.
At a wedding.
Are you sure it wasn't his sister?
Yeah, I screenshot it. Well, I then did the whole, I found them on Instagram because I have her first and last name.
Ooh,
it is first and last name.
Now that you're this far, you could get to their The Knot website, and then you know when they got married, where,
what
send
kind
them
of
a
gifts
present
they
from
like.
the registry.
Find out who their parents were, anything.
Get to the best man. Get
Sky's
to
the limit.
The bridesmaids. You got a lot of
So same
intel.
could be with the shared Google Doc.
Listen, going back to the Google Doc really quickly because it just really wrecked me.
It's crazy.
No way a straight man is doing that.
No, that's kind of gay.
That's
That's
for,
too
the
smart.
lesbians
And the gays.
and the gays, which also would be a little bit of a head scratcher because they're
They just
typically
do
a
it
little bit more
openly.
open to, open relationships. But first of all, I'm trying to imagine a hetero man, organizing a Google Doc well enough to communicate on it. Is he writing his name, his thing, and then she's entering down? Is he color coordinating
Maybe it's color-coded like a script.
so that when I'm talking, I'm blue, she's pink?
No, this is a great point.
If a man suggests we communicate over Google,
He's
Google
wearing
Doc.
socks while he comes. That's 100%
Guys, that's
the
good for
correlation.
you.
Anyways, no. What I was going to say is don't worry about him cheating. Worry about him killing you.
Yeah,
That's psychotic. If a woman suggests, let's use a Google Doc, I'd be like, oh, makes sense. She's got her shit together and she's organized. I would get that.
I mean, anyone communicating via Google Doc should know somebody is cheating.
Wait, are you commenting in so you get the notification in your
No, you
email?
can't.
No, you can't because that's an alert. That will live in the
What
emails.
if what if they're doing what Nora did and had a fake Google?
That could be
a fake Gmail.
That could be it for sure. Also, I have
No one's cheating on Yahoo.
guys. I have
Let's
What's
bring
going on in
Yahoo cheating back. AOL?
Honestly,
I can get away with some cheating on
honestly,
AOL.
good tip though is to use a weird email like
Hotmail.
that because then why would they ever even close to chat?
One of our friends is dating a guy with a Hotmail, and I, for some reason, let's not get into specifics here, was texting with him. And he had given me his email address, and I roasted him about having a Hotmail.
No, it's
and now
crazy.
I'm like, is he cheating?
Why
Oh
do you
my
have a
God.
Hotmail?
Who has a Hotmail at our age?
Right.
Y'all, I have another cheating thing that I personally did, which I would not recommend.
Okay.
This is idiotic, and I don't know how I didn't get caught. And it's hard to remember how this worked because it was a long time ago.
Have you been caught?
No.
Oh.
You heard it here first. These are tried and true methods, ladies and gentlemen.
also,
Also,
you
cheater
said this
and
one's
catcher.
But you said this was a bad one.
I don't think this is a good one. Okay. So what I did, this was early days of Instagram. It wasn't really very it was 2014, 15. It wasn't that popular.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy I was cheating with made a public Instagram account where he would share dick pics. This is before it used to get banned and shit.
Oh.
But he didn't have any followers. It was just a public account where he would take dick pics and sexy pictures. So I knew where to find it and look.
That's insane.
I know.
That couldn't work.
That was
today.
before
Today that couldn't
Instagram-
work. Because also now you could check the search bar. You could check recent searches.
Oh, yeah.
And
I
also
always have
Instagram
to-
doesn't let that
But I
happen
guess, to
anymore.
your point earlier, Signal and stuff like that could probably replace that.
That's kind of the new way
Yeah.
to do it. That was an old-fashioned cheat, but
yeah,
it was
that was
pretty
before
funny.
Meta bought Instagram, and it was there was no safety
Oh my
procedures.
God, we haven't
and
even
policies.
talked about the metaverse.
Facebook
Cheating in AI.
and stuff.
Yeah, cheating
Oh
in
my
the
God,
metaverse.
I don't
That's a
even
whole
want
nother-
to. That's terrifying.
That's a whole nother episode. Rats, write us in if you want to hear about AI cheating
Well,
AI
none of us have
cheating.
experience with it. I
that
think.
we know of.
That we know of. Okay, are y'all ready for my last and final, last resort tip?
Give it to
Banger?
us, Zaddy.
This one's a little psycho.
Okay.
But it's good. These
Is
are
it
all
what Allie said? Grab him by the nuts until he confesses?
waterboard him. Torture? No. This one it paints you as the good girlfriend. For his birthday, Christmas, whatever, Hanukkah, buy him a pair of AirPods.
connect them to your phone?
Connect them to your phone or computer before you gift them to him. There's no record of that. He'll never know. And you can also turn on location sharing. So you can stalk him through his headphones and he will never know.
How does that work? When he's trying to connect, doesn't it show like connecting to Tara's iPhone?
Not unless you're in the same proximity.
Yeah,
and then you can
rename it.
But you could shut your Bluetooth off.
Oh.
No, I'm already 5 steps ahead of you. Now I get why Apple's thinking through all this.
No, but really, I think the conclusion today is that Google doesn't want you to cheat. Apple does. Right?
Oh, okay.
My conclusion is I'm too fucking lazy for this. Like, the amount of shit that I just went through my brain of what I would have to do.
Google's a girl's girl.
Google's a girl's girl.
And Apple is a bitch.
Apple's a bad boy's boy.
It's a bad apple. Okay, well, yeah, I still think I'm too lazy to do all of these, so I would rather just cheat the old-fashioned way, get caught.
This wasn't a recipe for you to cheat.
That's what it sounded like. Did I miss something?
Tara, any thoughts?
I think I'm really intrigued by this Google thing.
She's stuck on it.
I'm stuck on
Both
this
of us have come away with this with how we are now going to cheat.
You know what's funny, though, is that we've heard my cheating stories. Like, I'm not trying to sneak away and do anything crazy.
Who would you cheat on?
Well, y'all think I cheated on old balls.
You did cheat on old balls. We'll get into it in another episode,
We've been into it. But, like, it's because he ignored me, so, like...
So you did? Cheat.
He was probably cheating that weekend, too.
But not through a Google Doc.
Yeah, no, I think I just can't imagine trying to get this crafty. I'm too lazy.
So you're on my boat.
If you ignore me, I'm going to go sleep with other people.
Guys, this was about catching a cheater. I don't know why you guys are both just trying to cheat.
You just put a lot of thoughts into it.
All right, rats. Stay safe out there. Check your boy's phone.
As always, thanks for listening. If you're interested in even more bad advice, scurry on over to Instagram and TikTok at Bad Advice Only NYC. We're begging you. Download and rate the show and leave us a review. Talk to you next Monday.
Stay tuned, rats.